Shalom Uvracha. Thank you so much for joining us. Talking tonight about the wonderful tool of personal prayer, about the Hitbodedut, the highest and most beautiful thing a person can enjoy from in his life. Even though that it sounds so many times as hard labor and work to approach Hashem, to talk to the maker of the universe, to go and talk to him. All of us, I wanted to say many of us, and then I thought maybe I should say most of us, and then I said to myself, all of us. That's the closest or the most precise to the truth that we can say. All of us are going through so much in our lives. It's so not easy. Life is so complex to so many of us, and it's challenging, and we don't know how to solve our issues. We don't know how to solve our problems. We don't know what to do in life situations. And suddenly, when you get used to that, you have a tool in your hand. That tool is the most amazing thing in the world. It's just like a gift from heaven, that you have an outlet that you can release all your pressure, all your fears, all your angers, all your frustration, and just to set things right with the maker. You can literally talk to the maker of the universe about anything you like, anything you want, everything you need. You just talk about it with Hashem. I probably mentioned that many times in the past, but every time that we speak, new people are joining us, and also for us to learn the same thing twice or more is not a sin, is not a horrible violation. It's a great thing to memorize and to repeat until things will be super clear. There is a great story about Rabbi Natan of Breslev, the student of Rabbi Nachman of Breslev, on an issue that he was dealing with in his youth and in his elder life before he met Rabbi Nachman. And he had a question that was bothering him for a very, very long time. He was stuck with repetitive thoughts. And even though that he lived his life in a very holy way, and his thoughts were inside the zone of purity, of Kedusha, still the fact that he was not able to give his mind rest was bothering him greatly. And why? Not because of the suffering and the pain. For sure that he was suffering from it, but that was not the reason why he was so bothered. The reason why that he was so bothered was because it's written in the Mishnah that there are 48 ways that a person have to walk in, that if he won't achieve those 48 things, he will not be able to receive the wisdom of the Torah in perfection. And one of those 48 things is to have a settled, quiet mind. You need to have a peaceful mind. For you to understand what the Torah is telling you in perfection, you have to have a quiet, settled mind. An issue. There are another 47 issues. Don't worry, there is much to work on. But that was a thing that was clear to Rabbi Natan that he's not holding, that he doesn't have. His mind was like a train with a million wagons. He was not able to stop thinking for a moment. One thought is chasing the other and repeating themselves and going back and forth and checking and rechecking and making sure and on. Like we all know today, It's the most common thing, like everyone are like that. But back then, 200 years ago, it was a bit rare. Rabbi Natan did not know how to solve that problem, and he approached many righteous people, big rabbis of his generation, and asked them and consult with them what to do to quiet his mind and to have peaceful mind. And no one was able to give him an advice. The list of righteous people that he went and asked is very long, and some of the names over there are very, very scary. Like Rabbi Levi Yitzchak from Berdichov, one of the biggest and most famous tzaddikim, righteous people of that generation, is one of those righteous people in that list. And he was also one of those ones who didn't know what to do, how to heal that issue by Rabbi Natan. So really, Rabbi Natan went to ask all the tzaddikim that he knew that was like alive in his generation, and he could not find an answer. And then one day he went and asked if like he met Rabbi Nachman of Breslev, and he went and asked, he wanted to ask him that question. Before he had the chance to ask, in one of the days, one of the first days that they met, Rabbi Natan, the student, and Rabbi Nachman, the rabbi, Rabbi Nachman walked in the field with Rabbi Natan. And while they were walking, Rabbi Nachman looked towards Rabbi Natan and told him, and you should know that on anything that bothers you, you can talk about that thing with Hashem. That's the most simple thing that like that we can say in simple words. If there is something that is bothering you, you can talk about it with Hashem. That hit home by Rabbi Natan in the strongest way, most precise way of them all. He felt that that was the answer to that question that was bothering him. Because if there is no solution, the fact that you can talk about it with the maker of the universe, even if it will take time until your prayer will be accepted, but at least you have something to do about it. So to have something to do about it, something that for sure will work, that for sure that will take place, that will bring redemption in a way for you, that will bring salvation for you in a way immediately, that thing is already a salvation, was a salvation for Rabbi Natan. When Rabbi Natan heard that, he realized that the greatness of Hitbodedut, of the individual prayer, is beyond what we ever imagined, what he ever imagined. Rabbi Natan of Breslev saw that thing, and it really, really opened his eyes. And for me, it's very important that we're going to talk and understand that thing, how important it is for us. I'm sorry, I'm doing something here that is a bit urgent. Excuse me. Thank you for your patience. So, the great thing about it is that by learning and developing that skill of Hitbodedut, of individual prayer, learning how to talk to the Maker on anything that bothers you, by doing that, you can find a way out and a solution from all your troubles, from all your problems. The Maker gave us a tool that seems so simple and so tiny and fragile and small. Talk to Hashem, pray, individual prayer, but in the end of the day, it's the number one weapon in the war against the evil inclination. When a person is in any kind of trouble, and instead of calling his father, calling his mother, consulting with his best friend, with his soulmate, with his life partner, with experts, with lawyers, with doctors, instead of going that direction of putting your effort in this world, when you take your problem towards Hashem, in that moment, you are rising to a level that is beyond this dimension, and you become one with the Maker. And the problems, even if they still bothering you in this way or another, they will never hurt you in the same way again. And as well, your spiritual level will rise to level of faith, and you will understand much, 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 much more about your issues when you will open your heart and talk about your issues with Hashem. When you will open your heart with Hashem, you will pray to Hashem, you will see your problems, and things will be more clear. And every time that you're going to talk about your problems with Hashem, and you will talk about it with the Maker, in that moment, you will achieve higher levels of purity, and you're going to rise to levels of awareness that you were not in them before. Your level of understanding of the spiritual supervision on your life will grow, and you will achieve wisdom that is in the level of divine spirit. And even divine spirit while you're talking to the Maker in Hitbodedut. Because inside the prayer, the Maker of the universe is dressing himself in the closest way of them all. You talk to the Maker, and inside your prayer, you can already see the answers of Hashem. While you talk, you can hear Hashem talking back. Inside your words, we're not talking about hearing voices of divine spirit. We're talking about hearing the wisdom that is hidden inside the words that we have pronounced, that we said. When you talk to the Maker of the universe, Hashem is dressing himself inside your prayer. Like that we say in the beginning of Shmona Esrei, Adonai sefatai tiftach. Hashem, please open my lips. When we are asking from the Maker of the universe to open our lips, by that we are expressing our deepest understanding to that fact that the Maker of the universe, he is the one who is putting the words of prayer in our mouths. He is the one who brings the ideas into our thoughts. He's the one who is waking up the inspiration or creating the need for us to pray for certain things. And that's the most beautiful thing, that when you pray, you can see that beautiful light of the Maker. Suddenly, your life situations are not accidents, are not coincidence, are not situations that you ran into. It becomes to be the supervision of the Maker of the universe that is supervising you and your life in perfection, in great harmony. And all the details are synchronized and connected one to the other. And everything is coming right in the right time, exactly in the right momentum, in the exact place that those corrections were supposed to take place ideally. And the Maker of the universe is showing to you the perfection of his love to you and the perfection of his supervision on the whole world. And you can achieve that knowledge and understand that wisdom only when you have a daily prayer with the Maker of the universe. When you have that amazing daily routine that every day you come to the Maker of the universe and you talk to him like you talk to your best friend. When Rabbi Nachman of Breslev spoke about Hitbodedut, individual prayer, he said, Sha'a achat kol yom, 1 hour each day. But there are different opinions about that hour. Is it an halachic hour, means 1 out of 12 parts of the day, of that day, means that if it's in the winter when days are short, so then the hour will be shorter. 1 out of 12 of a shorter day of like 8 hours will be of 40 minutes and not 60 minutes like a regular hour. Or in the summer when day can be of 14 hours, again, it's going to be longer than 1 hour. So it can be that the hour Rabbi Nachman of Breslev spoke about is an halachic hour. Some people are saying that it's a regular hour of 60 minutes. Other people in Breslev Hasidut said that it's talking only about 20 minutes. And some other righteous people said that we're talking about 10 minutes. I will tell you that there is another meaning to the word sha'ah. Sha'ah is time. The word sha'ah, an hour, means also time, not only an amount of time. Like that it's written that it's good to have sha'ah shel tshuva, 1 hour of tshuva for a person, than whole life in the world to come. Sha'ah shel tshuva, does it mean 1 hour of 60 minutes? In the Mishnah, when that Mishnah was written more than 2,000 years ago, you think that they meant 60 minutes, like in the future people gonna calculate 1 hour sha'ah of 60 minutes? No. Sha'ah, meaning of the word sha'ah is time. So you should have time that in that time you speak to the maker every day. You can do 10 minutes, you can do 20 minutes, you can do 60 minutes, and you can do 6 hours if you want. But the best thing to do is to have that time each day for the individual prayer. This topic is very important, and to understand it is the most important thing, means to understand its importance. But as we know, the evil inclination is coming to fight with us every day on the most important things of them all. And he wants to ruin and to spoil mainly the most precious things in our lives, or else what his job is all about. So we should know that there are going to be many obstacles for us to keep that 1 hour hitbodedut. And we need to find any kind of advice to remind ourselves to keep that beautiful custom on daily basis. And every day, one of the things that we should pray for is that Hashem will give us the merit to keep on praying, and that tomorrow we'll have the merit to come and pray again, and that we will never have one day without hitbodedut, without individual prayer. And that's one of the reasons why we created this wonderful hitbodedut course that you can sign up to on our website, emuna.com. And that Hitbodedut course is a very long list of short lessons, that each is giving you another perspective and another motivation and another deeper understanding about the importance and about the potential of doing Hitbodedut each day, and how to talk from the heart, and how to express your needs, and how it is okay to talk about embarrassing things, and how you can talk in a way that will bring down salvations, and on and on and on. So I suggest you all, guys, to connect yourselves to the most wonderful gift that we're offering here, of the 1 hour hitbodedut, and to try to check our wonderful website, emuna.com, and to see all the great wonders that we are offering over there. Thank you so much for watching. I'm very thankful for your friendship and for you joining and following those wonderful classes. You can watch our content on our website and on all rest of social media outlets like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and on. And over there, please search for Rav Dror. And on our website, emuna.com, you can find all the services and the classes for free, of course. Thank you so much, and may the Maker of the universe answer all our prayers, and all our dreams will come true in our days. Amen.